This is another episode brought to you by Sachiva.com in Reinforcement Learning channel. I'm Pratik and this is Sanjeev, and in this episode we will talk about Monte Carlo methods.
So Monte Carlo methods are estimation algorithms that estimate the value functions and learn optimal policies. Monte Carlo do not assume the complete knowledge of the environment. They require the experience. By experience we mean the sample of episodes or sequences of states, actions and rewards. So in this episode we will consider following algorithms. First we will consider Monte Carlo policy evaluation. Then we will consider estimation of action values using Monte Carlo. Then we will consider the Monte Carlo ES algorithms, which is also known as Monte Carlo exploding stars. Then we will consider the Monte Carlo on policy control, and finally we will terminate the off policy Monte Carlo control.
So the very first question is that why do we need Monte Carlo methods? So an answer is that when we do not have a model of the environment, by a model I mean a complete model of the environment, then we use some estimation algorithms like Monte Carlo and temporal differencing. Now in some situations Monte Carlo may fail and temporal differencing may work, like the example we'll consider here. In this example we will see that Monte Carlo method will fail to learn the policy. The example, the detailed description we will consider in path planning channel. Here we will use this example just to demonstrate, just to introduce the Monte Carlo methods. I mean, what is the need of Monte Carlo methods? So consider this example. This is a video of MIT's vehicle Telos for the DARPA Urban Challenge. The name of the vehicle was Telos. So this is the original video of Telos. In a test run video, this was a situation encountered by the Telos. The Telos is following the path, that is Telos wants to move here, and this is the obstacle. The red symbol is the obstacle in the path. So the actions taken by the Telos were, it moves back, analyzes the environment and plots alternate trajectories to safely maneuver around the obstacle. So these were the actions taken. Telos is moving backward, analyzing the environment and plotting the alternate trajectories and safely maneuvering around the obstacle, as you can see. Okay, this was the original video, the test run video of MIT's vehicle Telos. Okay, and now the same situation we are trying to, and now we are trying to develop an algorithm that does the same thing. That is, the algorithm is that bound the agent in an ellipsoid. Okay, this is a situation encountered by the Telos. This is the Telos, this is the obstacle. Okay, now we are not considering the actual algorithm used in that vehicle. We are developing a new algorithm that can do the same thing, that is, that can perform better or even same in the situations encountered by the vehicles of DARPA Urban Challenge. Step by step we will analyze each and every situation, like we will consider MDF and RNDF file, and we will simulate the same situation in a computer in the path planning channel. Okay, so here's the first algorithm that we will consider in the second presentation in path planning channel. Okay, so suppose there is a situation, this is a target location, this is the obstacle, and this is our vehicle or our agent. Okay, so actually these were the actions taken by the Telos. Telos is moving backward. Okay, Now, Talos analyzes the environment and plot alternate trajectory to safely maneuver around the obstacle. Now what I am proposing is that suppose we bound our agent in an ellipsoid. Okay, so this is our agent. Say this is the present location of our agent in this ellipsoid. Okay, and this is a target location, and this is our obstacle, and this is a straight line joining the agent and the target location. So my proposal is that choose a direction in this ellipsoid, okay, and move in that direction. After solving some optimization problem, move in that direction and then analyze the environment. Okay, so this is a new direction taken by the agent. This we obtained after solving some optimization problem, and what problem we actually solved, I will show it in the path planning channel. Okay, the objective function. So this is a new direction selected by the agent. Agent moves to this location, okay, and again analyzes the environment and plots a new ellipsoid to safely maneuver around the obstacle. This was the initial ellipsoid in which the agent was bounded. Agent selects a particular direction to move inside this ellipsoid, and agent finally gets here at this location. And now when agent gets here, it again plots a new ellipsoid. Okay, the ellipsoid says that the obstacle is outside the ellipsoid and target location is lying on the boundary of the ellipsoid. So this is our new ellipsoid. The obstacle is outside this ellipsoid, agent is inside this ellipsoid, and the target location is on the boundary of this ellipsoid. Now as you can see, actually there is a change in scale. Let me show this. So this was the scale of the original situation. As you can see, the scale varies from -0.4 to 1, and here -2 to 12. Okay, and in this situation the scale varies from -5 to 20 and -15 to 35. Okay, so this we can see, since there is no constraint on the feasible region, so the ellipsoid is very big, and if we add some constraint we can reduce the size of this ellipsoid. Okay, so this is a magnified version. So this is what exactly happening. Here's the agent inside the ellipsoid, here's the obstacle outside the ellipsoid, and here's a target location on the boundary of the ellipsoid. Now as you can see, our ellipsoid is very big because we haven't assigned any feasible or infeasible region. But we can do this. Suppose we add a constraint here on the obstacle, then we can see the size of the ellipsoid is restricted, and now again these two obstacles are outside the ellipsoid and the agent is inside the ellipsoid, and target location is lying on the boundary of the ellipsoid. Likewise, we can add the feasible and infeasible region. We can add them in form of some constraints to our objective function. So this is the path chosen by our agent. This was the initial location of the agent. Here's the location after the first iteration, and this is the location after the second iteration of the algorithm. Okay, so why do we need Monte Carlo methods? Or basically I'm not declaring that I'm using Monte Carlo method for solving this problem, but later we will see that the best algorithm that we can use for this problem is the on policy Monte Carlo methods, where we will be using epsilon soft policy. But in the path planning channel we will see some situations where this on policy, where using the on policy method is not a very good solution for the problem, and then we will move on to the temporal differencing methods. So this was the overall view of our algorithm, and I am not declaring that Monte Carlo method or on policy Monte Carlo method is the only solution for this problem, but the best